Hey, yo, what's up, beautiful people? Welcome to another episode of Ta1k Podcast. On this podcast, it's spelled talk with the one instead of an L because on this podcast, we always keep it 100. All right, let's get into it today. I have not filmed in like a week and a half, a week for sure. Last episode, I filmed it like on a Tuesday or a Monday, and then I waited till Friday to release it. So I haven't had a chance to actually say this on the episode, but I know I'm a little late. But still never too late. My heart and my deeply condolences goes out to the whole, not only just the state of California, but the whole city of Los Angeles and the surrounding cities of Los Angeles. The wildfires are crazy, especially around this time of year. That's what's even more weird about it. My heart goes out to y'all. I'm praying for y'all. To some people who are not in LA, but they're from LA, I know your heart is hurting. You never want to see your hometown go through that. Yeah, my heart is out to you guys. I'm praying for you guys. I hope you guys are okay. I hope you guys are safe. I know some people got hurt. Maybe one got killed, I think. But just... the heart goes out to y'all, man. I know how hard that is to see your city just go down like that, or at least like half of it go down. Hopefully they can get better equipment to control it better, because this was. But at the same time, that's like one of the wildfires that you didn't expect to blow as big as it did, and it did. But shout out to all the firefighters, first responders out there who was on the scene and was helping risk your lives to save other lives, risk your lives to save the city. You guys are appreciated more than you probably think that you are. You're more appreciated, much appreciated. Thank you guys so much. To some family that I do have in LA, I hope you guys are safe. Hope you guys, or even if you just went to go visit LA at the time that it happened, hope you guys stay safe. To people who are still living in LA even after this madness, stay safe. Seek help. There's always shelters and there's always people willing to help. And so don't be afraid. Don't be embarrassed to go seek that help. The help is there for us. And so if we need it, go seek it and go take it. I don't know what else to say after that. But my heart is out to you guys. I'm sorry for what happened. Just for a second, just a little bit moment of silence for the city of Los Angeles. Thank you. All right. Now, nitty gritty. How we doing today? 2025 is starting off real good for everybody and for your boy. Okay, I said I was going to get out there and podcasting and doing all this and get out there more, invite people more to the circle, see what's going on, try to get the show out there. And it's going great so far, and I'm happy for it. Okay. So we got about what's today? The 18th. So we got about roughly three and a half more weeks of football period before it's time to switch over to basketball and baseball and hockey. But yeah, football is going tough. NFL postseason was crazy. Wild card weekend was crazy. For people, this is what I'm looking at as far as the NFL wild card. You saw how lopsided those games were. Those are professional games that was lopsided like that. So stop complaining about college games being lopsided. Oh, we didn't want to see this team because this team would have done better than this team. No. Then you can make the case for that same reason in NFL. Denver had no business being in the playoffs. Steelers had no business being in the playoffs, but they did. So I'd rather see the Bengals in there then. That's the team that I wanted to see in there and can do some damage. But they did it. It's about records. Win the games and you get to the playoffs. So for next year in college, please stop complaining if your team don't win the games or your conference don't win the games, they don't make the playoffs. It's that you win the games and you get to the playoffs. Look at the Steelers. Win the game and you get to the playoffs. The Broncos. Win the games and you get to the playoffs. Stop trying to vouch for teams that should make it, that are looking good, but they just didn't win enough games. You shouldn't have lost the games that you should have won in the regular season back then. That loss that you took in week 4 and week 5 and week 6, it caught up to you. You should have won those games, but you lost. So going forward, I don't want to hear it no more. I'm tired of hearing it. I got tired of hearing it in the first round of the college football playoffs. Oh, this team should have been in. This team shouldn't have been in. Now look at the first round of the NFL. Like, it was only one close game. The only close game was the game nobody thought was going to be close. The Buccaneers and Tampa. And it was the Buccaneers and Tampa. Buccaneers and Commanders. Sorry. Every other game was literally lopsided. All right. Speaking of NFL, who do you guys think is going to go to the Super Bowl? Okay, I'm gonna call some games here later on in the show, but who you guys got so far? Right now, I'm praying and I want to see a Chiefs and Lions Super Bowl. Now, of course, I'm not a Chiefs fan. My wife's a Chiefs fan, but I'm not a Chiefs fan, and I'm not meat riding on the Chiefs or Patrick Mahomes or nothing. I just want to see a good game, and I know Chiefs and Lions will be a great game. Now, another great game. I think the Lions period coming out of the NFC. So if it's Baltimore and Lions, Bills and Lions, or Chiefs and Lions, it will be a good Super Bowl. But I want to see the Chiefs and the Lions. Okay, those two teams played the very first game last year, and it was a great game. So I would love to see them play the last game of this year, and it's still going to be a great game. And I would like to see Detroit win their first title. That would be so cool. I'm pulling out for Detroit. All right. Speaking of Detroit, Ben Johnson has been receiving a lot of calls and has been known as probably the number one candidate to get a head coaching job. I am happy for Ben Johnson. I think he's doing fantastic work as an offensive play caller for the Lions. He's utilizing his weapons to his full advantage and to the team's full advantage. This is what makes me mad. Okay, I actually had this conversation last night. Shout out to Lane the Main. I had this conversation last night of I'm getting sick and tired of a team having a good, or not a team that's like that maybe that wasn't good last year or hasn't been good in past years, but are good now or okay now. I hate the fact that when they have a bit of success for 1 year, all of a sudden these assistant coaches are the best thing ever known to man, and they about to be a head coach. They deserve a head coach. Stop doing that after 1 year. Ben Johnson was good last year. Ben Johnson's been good for the couple of years. But after this year of them being really successful and the record they got, number one in the NFC, he's just, oh my God, hands down number one. No, maybe, and then this is what's going to piss me off. Let's say Ben Johnson does go get a head coaching job, and then he's not doing so hot. You're going to fire him in 2 or 3 seasons anyway. After you just said he's deserving of a head coaching job, after this and that, you couldn't stop raving about him. Then you're going to want to fire him after whatever team he goes to, they don't make the Super Bowl or they don't make the playoffs. You're going to want to fire that coach. So after success for 1 year, can we stop trying to hype up coaches to go to either the next level or go get that head coaching job after 1 good year? Like Marcus Freeman. Marcus Freeman is from what I've been seeing, has been receiving calls from NFL teams. NFL teams are interested. Good for Marcus. That's good for Marcus, and I'm happy for him. What's making me mad is the analysts and the people on the talk shows and in the media, like, oh, he's Marcus Freeman's this and that. He needs to go to the NFL. He deserves it. First of all, y'all are the same people that just called for his job. Not only 3 years ago when he first started, he started off 0-3. Oh, I don't think he's fit to be a head coach. Period. Okay, we heard that. You guys said that. He kept going. Okay, the second year wasn't too hot, but it was better than the year before. I don't know if he's still a good head coach after this and this year. I swear, I promise you, after they lost to NIU, after Notre Dame lost to NIU, people were still calling for Marcus Freeman's job. There's no way you should have lost to NIU. There's no way. You don't deserve. This is why he don't deserve to be a head coach. Now look at him in the national championship. He is Notre Dame is one of the hottest teams right now in college football, and they're going to the national championship, or they are in the national championship, and they're going to play on Monday. They have a chance to win, and y'all telling me now, oh, he deserves to be a head coach. He deserves to be an NFL head coach. Y'all are the most wishy-washy people on the planet. The most wishy-washy. I think Marcus Freeman is doing a hell of a job. Win or lose this championship, he stays in Notre Dame. I need him to stay in Notre Dame. Keep building your resume. You can go to the league and you can be a head coach in the league just for them to fire you in 2 seasons after you don't make the Super Bowl or make the playoffs. It happens yearly. It happens constantly. It's a repeated cycle. You see it all the time. All these, if this is the thing that pisses me off. Stop hiring coaches, signing them to 4, 5, 6 year contracts and firing them after 2. Why don't you just sign them to a 2 or 3 year contract? Say, look, we're going to play out your 2 or 3 years. If we like what you did, we're going to re-sign you. If not, then you're done. Signing coaches to 5, 6 year contract and then fire them after 2, it's a bonehead move by the organization. Now you're paying for one coach who don't give a fuck anymore and is out the building, and then you got to pay for the new coach coming in to a dumpster fire. That's I mean, to be honest, that's the Titans' fault right now. Titans' problem right now. So stop with all the after 1 year success. Oh, they need to be head coaches. Kliff Kingsbury came from Texas Tech and then went to the league. Wasn't so hot in the league as a head coach, so he's a coordinator now. Now, guess what? Washington is 12-5, won their first playoff game, and now everybody's calling Kliff to be a head coach again. And I'm glad Kliff paused interviews. He said, "No, I'm worried about what this team is doing in the playoffs," and that needs to be more. I'm tired of people doing interviews during the postseason. I know you got to get ready for next season, and you need to know who you need to know who your guy is. But wait till after that team is not in the playoffs anymore. Wait till after the Super Bowl. Just be considerate, man. His team is trying to go compete for a Super Bowl, and you calling him about a head coaching job and distracting. Stop it. That's why I'm glad Kliff Kingsbury, shout out to you, sir. Thank you for pausing those interviews and stopping them and saying, if I'm going to make a decision, I'm going to make it after we lose. If we lose in the playoffs, I'm going to make that decision. Stop bothering people. And even then, like I said, why are y'all trying to put Kliff Kingsbury back in the head coaching position when you tried to ride him, when you literally kicked him out of a head coach position? Wishy-washy. The media is the most wishy-washy people on the planet. Anybody on the media, most wishy-washy. But then, because we watch the media so much, some people see it and they believe it and they get into their brain and then they talk about it. And it's like, I don't know, bro. It just upsets me because we should be better than that as NFL, a professional organization. You should be way better than that as far as planning stuff and hiring and firing coaches and hiring and firing GMs, and it should be better, but we're not. We don't take time anymore. We just sit here and say, oh, okay, like this such and such coach was good here, so he should be good when he comes to this team as a head coach, right? We should be in the playoffs, right? We should be in the Super Bowl, right? It don't work like that. Now, I hated that, like the Washington Commanders. It's my stepdad and it's my daughter's team, so of course I'm happy that they're doing what they're doing. But I'm also mad because Dan Quinn, he's been a head coach in the league before, so he knows what he's doing, but still, first-year head coach with a new organization, new ownership, like general manager and everything, new ownership, new front office, new everything. You drafted a rookie quarterback, and they're 12-5. People are going to look at that and try to repeat that same success, and it's not going to work. Everybody can't do that. Everybody can't be Jaden Daniels. Everybody can't be Dan Quinn. Everybody can't be that mesh of people they put together. Everybody just can't. So people are going to try to copy that success, and it's just not going to work. It's not going to work. People are always trying to copy success. Ever since, like, even another example, even when Patrick Mahomes came to the league, sat behind Alex Smith for the year, even though he should have been starting probably his rookie year, but he came in, sat behind Alex Smith, and then his first year starting, when his second year in the league is his first year starting, he's tearing up the league, and he's killing it. And people think that, oh, okay, we're going to have success by drafting a quarterback that probably looks like what Patrick Mahomes can do. First of all, when Patrick Mahomes was coming out of college, nobody was thinking about Patrick Mahomes. Only reason, and I hate to be like, oh, I was there first and I knew about Patrick Mahomes first. Only reason I knew Patrick Mahomes, who he was, period, was because, shout out Big Mike, my homie Big Mike, one of my best friends, Big Mike, literally went to Texas Tech with Patrick Mahomes and played with Patrick Mahomes at Texas Tech. And I was watching, not every game, but I was watching majority of the games. And the game that really caught my attention was when they played Oklahoma, and Baker Mayfield and Patrick Mahomes was going, they combined for like damn near, 1,200 yards. Like they was throwing that pill, and they was going crazy. And I remember texting Big Mike after that. I was like, hey, yo, quick question. Was y'all just having a bad game, or is Baker Mayfield like that? He was like, hey, we could have did more plays, but Baker Mayfield is like that. I was like, all right, I'll let you slide. But for real, that was the only time. That's the only reason that I knew who Patrick Mahomes was. Now, when the Chiefs drafted him, I was like talking to my wife, because she's, like I said, my wife is a Chiefs fan. I was like, "Oh, baby, look, y'all just drafted old boy that played with old boy that played with Big Mike, Pat Mahomes." And she was like, "Who is that?" And like, hey, he's a quarterback. He's cool. I was even saying, I was like, "Oh, he's cool, but I don't know how he's going to be in the league." And then, the rest is history. We know who Patrick Mahomes is. We see who Patrick Mahomes is. And just like that, hold on. Ooh, my hat. All right. So yeah, we know who Patrick Mahomes is. We seen his resume. We know his resume. We seen it. So that's why I'm going back to my original thing of, look, certain people can do certain things because they're just that special, or certain lucky shit happens to certain people. It don't happen to everybody. So stop thinking that just because certain other people have success and you try to do the same thing that they're doing, you're gonna have the same success. It don't work like that. It does not work like that. Just like this year, man. Everybody thought that Caleb Williams to the Bears was best situation for a number one overall pick. He was going to be the best quarterback. You basically tried to repeat what Houston did last year. Drafting a rookie quarterback, putting a good team around him, and then saying, oh, okay, he's going to make the playoffs. Birthday boy. XJ. Birthday boy. Come here. Take a few minutes. Happy birthday to XJ. Say hey. Happy birthday. You got something to say? No. Happy birthday, baby. I love you. Unless you want to sit here, you can. But I'm sick. Can you close the door? Okay, you left. Shout out to XJ. But yeah, the Bears thought they was going to be like the Houston Texans of last year, and then just have success and go to the playoffs. And they barely won 4 games. They shouldn't have won 4 games. But stop trying to repeat success that you've seen other people do, because it's not going to happen. Now, guess what? Somebody is going to try to copy what Washington did this year. Probably get new ownership, new GM, new head coach, draft a rookie quarterback, and they're going to be like, all right, we're going to be like the Commanders. And you're not going to be like the Commanders. It's just hard, bro. So stop trying to copy people. Please stop trying to copy people. That shit kills the fuck out of me. Speaking of new management. Hello, Tennessee. Tennessee has just hired Mike Borgonzi. I don't know if I'm saying it right. Titans have hired Mike Borgonzi as the GM, the new GM for the Tennessee Titans. He came from the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, I don't know much about the guy. I still got to do my research. I'm not going to lie to you. But I'm going to tell you one thing. Titans fans, Be excited, but please do not overreact. Yes, he came from a great organization in the Chiefs. So, yes, he knows what he's probably doing, and he's seen how it should be done. But don't get it twisted. This is the Titans. This is not the Chiefs. This is Tennessee. This is not Kansas City. Okay? So, he can't just come in and all of a sudden we just turn around and we're just the best thing known to man. It's not going to happen like that. I hope it does. I will be grateful if it does. But it's not going to work like that. He's going to come. Now, what I hope is he comes in and he looks in the team and looks at the staff and say, look, I know you guys probably have a job and all this, but nobody's safe right now. Nobody is safe. Not saying go in there and chop heads off and cut everybody loose. No, don't do that. But really evaluate who your staff is and see can you get some good people in there. And be able to choose your guy and let your coach choose his guy. But I'm going to tell you, like I said, Titans fans, be excited and be happy. I am excited and I'm happy, but at the same time, I'm not rushing this thing. Okay, I'm not. I'm glad that we got a general manager, especially from a winning organization. Maybe he can help spread that winning culture. But I'm not about to say that he's just because he came from the Chiefs that he's going to be coming in and we're going to be the Chiefs. We're not. I will be lucky for us to at least get to the playoffs next year. At least. Then we can go from playoffs, winning division, possible Super Bowl. But till then, chill out. Just chill out. Please. Okay. As we get a new GM, we get somebody coming in, we got somebody leaving. To the famous, shout out to the famous, the infamous, one and only, Mike Keith. Mike Keith is the former Titans radio play-by-play analyst. Dude, I remember, I have endless memories of Mike Keith. Endless. As far as me and the family driving home from church, and it's about 1 o'clock, and we turn on the Titans radio, and we're listening to the game. I've basically heard better calls from Mike Keith than on TV. The Rob Baronis 60-yard field goal to win the game. Oh, man, I remember that. Anytime that you get a sack and you hear him say, sack! Oh, loving memories. I actually had the pleasure to meet Mike Keith, I think 2 or 3 times. Titans did a caravan in Tennessee. They go around different cities, and players and coaches would meet everybody. The mascot T1k would be there. And Mike Keith was there at a couple of events. And so me being in Jackson, he came to the ones in Jackson quite often, if not every year. And then I got to meet him twice. And real nice, genuine dude. Real nice, genuine dude. Fun dude. Funny dude. And he's just very nice, man. And for me, Mike Keith, you will be missed, bro. I know that I don't turn on the radio, Titans radio, every week. I kind of just got my app, so I just watch the games. But when they be on ESPN and they play your snippet of a good play from the Titans, and I hear you calling the play, I'm gonna miss that. I don't know who the new Titans radio analyst is going to be, but hopefully they're going to be good. The torch will be passed, and he's going to be able to carry it. But the heart still hurts because Mike Keith will be leaving and he won't be there. So I ain't gonna lie, man. That shit is hurting. I fuck with Mike Keith, man. Shout out to Mike Keith. I know you're still gonna be doing radio for the Tennessee Volunteers. Okay, But hey, man, I'm still gonna be listening out. Now I gotta go listen to Tennessee Volunteer games, I guess, to hear your voice. But until then, man, hey, congratulations to Mike Keith. Well deserved of everything that you're getting. You had a great career in calling NFL. Hopefully maybe you change your mind and come back, but maybe not. I know you probably already got your mind made up, but hopefully. Shout out to Mike Keith. Mike Keith, you are a hero. You are a Titans legend. You will be in the Titans Hall of Fame. You will forever be a Titans Hall of Famer. Even as a non-player, you are a Titans Hall of Famer. Okay. Oh. We got playoff weekend. Playoff weekend is starting. It's already started last week, but we got divisional weekend. Okay, and let me see. Let's kick it off with games today. I think we got 2 games today. 2 games today, 2 games on Sunday. So we starting off with the games today. At 3:30 Central Time, 4:30 Eastern, we have Houston traveling to Kansas City to play the Chiefs. Okay, the Chiefs are the 9-point favorite at home. Game's going to be on ABC. I'm not going to lie. I said the Chiefs are going into the Super Bowl. I got the Chiefs winning this game, but I will say this. Do not count out C.J. Stroud. C.J. Stroud has proved that in the playoffs he can show up. Now, unfortunately, for his luck, he's got lucky, unlucky genes in this point. It's C.J. Stroud. Like last year, you go in the first round, and I forgot who they played in the first round, but they won that, and then they go to play Baltimore, top-seeded team, and they just couldn't hang because they was young. Same concept for this year. You got a good matchup in the first round against the Chargers, and then you're going to play the top-seeded Chiefs, bro. It's the most unluckiest shit that can happen to an organization 2 years in a row. But y'all get the players. Y'all build the chemistry. Next year will be better. I mean, look at how Buffalo and Josh Allen was. The first time he made the playoffs, I think was it the time he played the Texans and did that bullshit lateral. And then after that, like he got better. I mean, he lost in the playoffs the next one. Then he got better in the playoffs and started winning. So I feel for Houston and I feel for C.J. Stroud, but I mean, you got to go through it. And maybe next year's will be better. But I got Chiefs winning this game. All right. Then in the night game, we got Washington Commanders playing the Detroit Lions in Detroit. Detroit is the 9.5-point favorites. I don't know who's going to win that game, but I do know Washington is going to be there and they're going to show up and they're going to play their ass off. I don't think Jaden Daniels is scared of nobody. I think Dan Quinn has told his team, we're not scared of nobody, and we're going to come in and play our ass off and win these games. I got Detroit winning this game, but it's going to be a hell of a game. I mean, a hell of a game. Jaden Daniels is going to have to throw a pick at the last second for the Lions to win. If Jaden Daniels has the ball at the end of the game, he's going to have to throw – the Lions going to want him to throw a pick for them to win the game. If not, he's going to win that game. Jaden Daniels and the Commanders. But I got the Lions winning that game. It should be a good one. All right, then on Sunday we're going to start a little bit earlier. It's going to be at 3 o'clock Eastern, 2 o'clock Central. The Rams travel to Philadelphia to play the Eagles. The Rams have been hot lately. They have been hot. They started off 1-4. Think about this. The Rams started off 1-4. They're 10-7. 10-7. They started off 1-4. And they ended up 10-7. Had a hot ending to the regular season. Go in, beat Minnesota, and now you're going to play the Eagles. Do I think the Rams have a chance? Yes, the Rams have a chance. But do I think they're going to win this game? They possibly could. You know what? Out of all the upset, Houston could upset Kansas City. Washington can upset Detroit. But I don't think that's going to happen. I can see the Rams upsetting Philly. I can see that. I can see the Rams upsetting Philly. You know what? I do that. I got Rams beating Philly. Philly are the 6-point favorite, but I got the Rams beating Philly. Let's see what happens with that. Okay, then the night game on Sunday is going to be a hell of a game. A nice treat. Goddamn. A nice treat. Baltimore Ravens play the Buffalo Bills in Buffalo. Baltimore are the 1-point favorite, believe it or not. If this game was in Baltimore, I'd say Baltimore wins hands down. But since it's in Buffalo, it's gonna be tough. It's really gonna be tough. I'm just here for a good time though. Not a long time, but a good time. And I think I'm gonna go with the king. Derrick Henry is gonna go have an outbreak game again against the Bills again. And then Baltimore is going to play Kansas City in the AFC Championship game for the second straight year in a row. Okay. Oh, man, that's my NFL predictions right there. College football, the national championship is going to be on Monday, 6:30 Central Time, 7:30 Eastern Time. Ohio State Buckeyes. Ohio State Buckeyes played Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Okay. Ohio State are actually the 8.5-point favorite. Ohio State is. For people who are out there saying Ohio State is about to dog walk Notre Dame, you do not watch football. Nor do you know football. Because they're not going to just dog walk. Notre Dame is, if you have been watching Notre Dame has literally stopped some hot teams. I know Indiana in the first round, whatever it is. Penn State, I forgot who else they played. They've been killing them. Saying Ohio State is just going to dog walk Notre Dame it's an insult. So I think Notre Dame is actually in favor to take this game. Anyway, I go Notre Dame. I think Notre Dame is going to take this game, and they're going to win. Okay. And then I'm going to call one NBA game. Monday also is going to be Grizzlies versus Timberwolves in Memphis for MLK Day. Shout out to Martin Luther King. Happy MLK Day. Rest in peace to the King. You are forever missed in our hearts. Memphis, Grizzlies. Ja, go do this. Go do this for the King, all right? Get that dub. Get that dub. Okay? That's all I got for everybody today. I know it's a little bit of a short episode, but it's cool, though. This is what we do. This is how we do. I will be back next week, and I will be back with some more tea about stuff, okay? Then we're going to call some more games. Football season will be almost over. Then we're going to talk about basketball and hockey, and baseball is almost back, okay? We're going to talk about all the good things and the holidays. All right, till next time. Thank you guys so much. I am Zay for Life. Zay for Life is out.